Oh, alright guys, we got mail. So, ordered something. We've done reviews on kind of these things, but this one's a little different and special. And yeah, I blacked everything out. Anyways, today we've got the Roccat Kain 200. I have been super stoked to try this thing out, get my hands on it. I've seen a lot of talk about it, and people seem to really enjoy it. So I've never tried a wireless mouse. I've tried wired. We've got, the M65, the Baskel SV2, the 502, Death Adder V2 over here. We got all kinds of wired mouse, but we've never had a wireless one, and we're gonna check this thing out. So let's jump on into it. Okay guys, so I recorded the unboxing of this. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I've got to find a better way to kind of like record straight down on stuff when I'm opening it, and I'm working on that. But for the sake of quality, just in case I don't use that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys kind of what's in the box here. You have a really nice cord. This cord is absolutely 1000% identical to the cord on the Logitech 502. It's the same pretty flexible cord, braided nylon. I would say the only difference is, like, a lot of companies use this where it's really tight knit. While a lot of companies use this really tight knit nylon on the cord, whereas like this is the Baskel right here. The Razor has more of a soft. I don't know if you guys can quite see the difference there. But yeah, it's not like Razor doesn't have it tightly knit. There's more of a paracord that just kind of goes over the cord. Anyways, so that's that. Then you have this dock right here, this hub that you plug the wire into to add extended range to the receiver for the mouse, which the receiver is right here. I'm able to put the receiver just right in front of the mouse, but I'm still getting that awesome factor of just no cord drag or anything, which is really nice, because with having so much streaming gear and stuff going on, a lot of times I do get random hang-ups on my cord. And kind of one of the reasons I was kind of curious to try this, and also if I didn't like it for gaming, I could use it at the stream monitor and be able to just come over here and just look over and still move it. That was kind of the idea in this purchase. Right away, we showed you your hub, your cord, your receiver. It does have some paperwork in the box. I didn't open the paperwork, not gonna lie. So there you go, all that. This thing lights up. I think it's pretty easy to tell how bright the RGBs are on this mouse. If you guys can't tell by the background, I definitely like me some RGB. I don't know, it kind of, peps you up. Anyways, LEDs are super bright on this thing, and it is all adjustable, and they do have a software. Now, one thing I didn't know about is that the software that they use is Alien. So, really neat little fact. But it'll be a separate video of my actual review, and then the software and stuff. You guys know, if you've been around the channel very long, you know I like to break these things down individually. Now, what are my first thoughts on this mouse so far now that I've used it? I used it for one night, one stream, which, shameless plug, if you guys want to go check me out over on Twitch, I'll put it up here. But we did use it there, and we put some time in it for its first day. I was highly impressed right out of the box. I mean, this thing is a really sharp looking mouse, which is really nice. As far as size comparisons, grab this Death Adder over here. I would most likely compare it to kind of the Death Adder as far as the shape and a little bit. It's a bigger mouse like the Death Adder. You know, it's got a nice palm fit. But one of the cool factors is, so like if I'm holding the Baskel SB2, right, which is my usual shape in mice that I use, you see where these fingers, they kind of cross. That's how I have to hold it. It's like right there. That's how I would hold the mouse. Whereas with this one, I actually have some spacing. It's very little. It's it's weird trying to explain it, but it's definitely a bigger mouse than say the 502 or the Vasclass V2. But the what do they call it? They call it some kind of coating on the mouse, and I gotta say that coating is probably one of my favorite things about this mouse. It's super comfortable, it's super grippy, and it's not sticky. So like when you grab it, it's not just sticky immediately, and just kind of like it only gets that like grippiness as you use it. It's really different, and it just has such an awesome texture to it, and I really enjoy that. For whatever reason, that's probably one of my favorite things. The mouse is extremely comfortable. Buttons are super responsive. As far as a wireless mouse, this thing's highly impressive, and for the price range, even better. If you're coming from a 502 or a Baskel S, I'd say the only thing that you're probably going to miss is this button. So that third button over there, it's probably the main thing I've missed. But a couple little changes, and that was able to all be kind of worked out. But as far as day one of use, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving this thing. We'll see after a week or so, but day one, it's got my attention, and I'm loving it. The battery life is mind-blowing. We used it during the day and through a stream, and I still had 80% battery life, which equaled up to like 40 hours. So, or no, it was 32. 80% battery life was still 32 hours of battery life with the RGBs on and everything. Wow. And you guys are going to be stoked in the software video, because there's just a lot of really cool things you can do with this. And Roccat, I see you. That's probably my main point I wanted to make here. I see you. I am utterly impressed thus far. It's really awesome. I really can't complain. This bad boy has the Titan triggers in it, which if you guys have paid any attention to Roccat, they're notorious for their Titan trigger system, and so far it's been impressive. So no issues whatsoever. The mouse wheel is super nice. It's not for gaming. For editing and stuff, probably wouldn't be your favorite wheel. I haven't dove into it enough to see how to adjust it, but gaming, it's perfect right out of the damn box. I'm not kidding. Right out of the box, this thing is wow. So there's that. It's got a 50 million click life cycle, a 1 millisecond response rate for wireless. That is wild. And literally the dongle is 3 inches from the mouse as it sits on my desk right now. Let's see, 16.8 M color RGB lighting, cool. Up to 50 hours of battery life at full battery. I'm telling you, wow. And a 16,000 DPI Ally sensor. Guys, this thing, it's been smooth. I haven't had any issues with it. I've tried it on a couple different mouse pads, no issues. I've tried it during a long gaming session, no issues. We're going to be having the stream again tonight. Tonight's our super long stream, so we're going to put it to the test then. as well. Again, shameless plug. And so far, guys, this thing's rocking at least a 4.5 out of 5 thus far. And the only knock I have for it is most I don't know what I've got to say my throat. Anyways, most wireless things, so like the Razer Nari, you can take the dongle and put it into the headset. I've generally found most wireless stuff, that's kind of how it works when it has that little transmitter. There's nowhere to put the transmitter in here. One last thing, you can use the mouse wired. All you do is unplug it from here and plug it into here. So second kind of odd thing I have against the mouse is they used a micro USB. I don't know why they didn't just use a Type C. I personally would have really been a fan of the Type C connection over the micro USB. I don't know why they went that route, but they did. So micro USB. So that's it. That's the only negatives I have so far. A third button would have been nice, but it's not necessary. It's a little bit heavier than my Basketlass. Does it have the weight on here? 105G. That's the weight. So it's a little bit heavier, but it is wireless, and honestly, I don't mind the weight on it. It hasn't bothered me at all using it, but there's some really awesome stuff about this mouse that I'm not sharing yet because I'm waiting for the software video to do so. So if you guys haven't yet and you're dying to see that part, make sure to hit the sub button. I do tech videos and gameplay videos. If you have anything to do with gaming, streaming, or YouTube, we got you. So I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I can't wait to do my next video on this. But that is the Roccat Kain 200, and guys, this thing's it's nice. If you're looking for a wireless mouse, so far so good.